Hey guys, so Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, sued her to get Wendy to resume alimony payments despite the host's recent health and financial struggles. So back in March, Kevin Hunter sought $10 million in damages from the production company founders Ira Bernstein and Mert Marcus, claiming that he was unlawfully terminated due to his divorce. In a statement from his attorneys, Hunter took credit for bringing the show's tremendous success. His claim is that he helped develop such topics as Hot Topics, Shoe Cam, and the famous Hot Seat. He claimed he was the brainchild in those segments. So the owners of the company responded to the allegations that Kevin was unlawfully terminated. So, as reported by Radar Online, Mart Marcus and Bernstein went to court and they responded to the court documents and they said that Kevin Hunter had not provided significant evidence that he was terminated due to his divorce with Wendy. He did not prove that. Also, the founders said that the claim warrants dismissal because his marriage to Wendy in particular is not a protection characteristic by the law, which means he could have been fired by the company whether he was married to Wendy or not. So being married to Wendy did not secure a permanent job in the company. So how can he now sue them for termination due to his divorce from Wendy? So according to New York State Division of Human Rights, it says it is unlawful pursuant to the human rights law for an employer to terminate an employee because of an individual's age, race, creed, color, national origin, sexual orientation, military status, sex, disability, predisposing genetic characteristics, familiar status, marital status, domestic violence, victim's status. So, guys, Kevin Hunter wanted to maintain his job in spite of the fact that Wendy was out of her job. But his primary job was to work with Wendy. So I'm wondering how would that have worked if they had kept him on. I guess they would have had to create a new role for him somewhere in the company. But it would not have been to his benefit, I think, because he was so intertwined and wrapped up with Wendy that they were not only a marital couple, but in business, they were truly a couple like Lucy and Desi. It was Wendy and Kevin. But I think, in all honesty, he knew once Wendy was out, he was out also. He just wanted, I guess, to sue the company because he's running out of money. Now that Wendy's flow has stopped, her money train has stopped because her money is tied up in Wells Fargo and nobody can get to it, not even Wendy. So, because she was paying him every month, his money flow dried up. And so he had no choice than to go after the company. But I guess wherever he's living, that house he's living in, is probably going to go into foreclosure because he doesn't have the money, allegedly, to pay for the mortgage on that house and his lavish lifestyle. So after Kevin Hunter fathered a child out of wedlock back in 2019, he was fired as executive producer shortly after by Wendy, and she was later ordered to pay him a lump sum in exchange for his shares of their production company. But at the start of her fall back in 2021, the beloved talk show host began experiencing a series of health scares and issues, and hospital visits and hospital visits became a regular occurrence. And then came the financial battle with Wells Fargo, and she was gone so long from the show that she was replaced and her show was canceled indefinitely back in February. And the long running series aired its last episode later in June of 2022. And this was also 3 months after Kevin Hunter sued the show's producers, the show's production company, Debmar Mercury. Wendy currently uses a wheelchair on and off. She's 57 years old, and it's been speculated that she's battling early stages of Alzheimer's, and her health is reportedly getting worse. She has been in and out of rehab centers in the past 2 years. After 22 years of marriage, Wendy finalized her divorce with Kevin Hunter in January of 2020. So, according to Wendy's lawyer, Kevin signed off on paperwork stating that if Wendy does not have a talk show or a television show and she has no income coming in, then all agreements will be terminated between she and he, and severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification. That's what the document says. So I guess they have to iron it out again in court. So according to Radar Online, Kevin Hunter, who is now 50 years old, maintained that Wendy stopped sending him alimony payments back in October of 2021. Some outlets claim that Wendy was being paid $55,000 per episode, and Kevin Hunter was a co-executive of the show from 2007 to 2019. So, in a separate filing, Wendy's attorney maintained that her income became drastically reduced after she began her bouts with medical issues. Wendy's attorney also said that she stopped receiving her salary in October, weeks after she first began missing appearances on the Wendy Williams show. So Wendy's attorney pretty much was saying that she's not making any money. She does not have a show anymore. She doesn't have a stream of income coming in. And if she's not making any money, how can she pay this alimony that Kevin Hunter wants? So I guess they have to go back to court. Her attorney also stated that the divorce settlement has a clause that calls for adjustment or cancellation of Wendy's payments in the event that she's no longer working. And if for any reason the plaintiff contract with Wendy talk show, the Wendy Williams show, is not renewed or it is otherwise suspended, canceled, or terminated, and the plaintiff does not have any other television shows that are being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, then the defendant understood that the agreement between he and Wendy will be either terminated or an adjustment will be made. This is all according to Radar Online. So Kevin Hunter put out a statement and he said, my car insurance haven't been paid as a result of my receiving no monthly severance payments. I'm behind on my credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiffs stopped making payments. He's talking about Wendy under our settlement agreement, he said. Kevin Hunter states that he is also living with daily pain as a result of having health issues also. He further stated that he is in need of hip surgery but can't afford it. The fact that I'm unable to sustain myself. It's also been reported by Radar Online that Kevin Hunter is at risk for losing his home. You know, the one he shares with the long-term mistress who bore him a child. In the court filing, Hunter says that He depends entirely on Wendy's payments to live, requesting that her financial guardian makes the payment contractually agreed upon under the MSA, the surveillance agreement. As you recall, Wendy is currently under financial guardianship due to ongoing health issues, says her attorney. So this is my thing, folks. What about Kevin going out and finding him a job? And stop relying on Wendy's money to maintain not only him, his mistress, and this baby that the mistress have for him. Talk about pimping. Don Juan don't have nothing on Kevin Hunter, honey. Not only that, paying all of his bills. As far as I'm concerned, that's unfair. That's very unfair to Wendy, that these people are sponging off of her. And we saw over the years how hard Wendy worked to get to where she is. The woman that bore the child for Kevin Hunter is a young woman. What about her going and finding a job and maintaining both of them, since she likes to steal people's husband? So Kevin Hunter is crying and saying that I have fallen behind in my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payment to the homeowners association, and I'm behind in that bill also. If the homeowners association fees are not paid, foreclosure will be soon to follow. Well, guess what? Go find a job. So he continued, my car insurance haven't been paid as a result of my receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments have been stopped. Guess what? Nobody told you to go get credit cards and put yourself into debt. Now he went and charged up a whole slew of stuff that he and his mistress and their child are living off the fat of the land and expect, or I should say, Wendy's coin, and expect Wendy to pay for it. Guys, you see how unfair this American system is. He also said he's living with daily pain because he does not have health insurance. Whose fault is that? He says that he is in need of hip surgery but can't afford it. The fact that I'm unable to sustain myself, my life, sustain my day-to-day living. So that's just a little page out of Wendy's book and Mary J. Blige's book, folks. When you marry these men who are supposed to be your manager, your husband / manager, be very careful what that contract says, because you're marrying until us do part, for better or worse, sickness and in health, and you hoping to live a very long life with this man. But a lot of these guys go out and cheat, as in Mary J. Blige's case and Wendy Williams' husband's case. They go find them somebody else. And because they are claiming that they helped you to grow your business, they deserve part of it. And when you start to pay them, that money goes towards themselves and the mistress. So you are paying for their lifestyle. So let it be a little cautionary tale to all those women who are entertainers or have some type of business and want to keep their husbands as part of the business, for them to maybe be an executive producer or manager. Let this be a lesson. Check the contract very carefully before you sign. So now Kevin Hunter is crying broke. That's what happens when you live above your means and you're depending on somebody else to foot all your bills and you don't want to go back to work. The way I'm looking at this, folks, Wells Fargo has locked up Wendy's account. What little money she has is just for her to maintain and sustain herself. She don't have discretionary funds, the extra money to be sending him any alimony. So he has to go to court to try to get any money out of her going forward. Of course, I'm sure the judge is going to say, well, when the monies are freed up from Wells Fargo, it will be back payment that you have to pay him. But for now, I don't see him getting anything from out of Wendy because her money is locked up. She's fighting to get her money. So how can he get what she don't have? And folks, I suspect the only reason why he did not marry his current living girlfriend is because he does not want that alimony payment to stop. Wendy is caught up in a legal battle with Wells Fargo. It is estimated that that account has well over $3 million. A judge recently appointed a guardian to oversee Wendy's finances, but it isn't clear if she has access to her money. Wendy's lawyers argued that she hasn't had a main source of income since she lost her $10 million annual salary contract from the Wendy Williams show when she was fired back in October of last year, 2021. So according to Wendy's attorney, Wendy did agree to pay Kevin the monthly alimony. However, there's a clause in the contract that if she is out of work, then that amount can be adjusted or it can be terminated. So Kevin's partner, Sheree Hudson, is 37. She is young and well able to go to work. Instead of him looking at Wendy for this support, this alimony, why don't he put his living girlfriend to work to maintain their lifestyle? So Kevin Hunter, Wendy's ex-husband, not only want alimony payments to restart, but he also want more alimony payments. YouTubers, drop it in the comment section how you feel, what you think about this issue, about this worthless man, this man who refused to go to work and is sponging off of Wendy, has a 37-year-old woman who has a child with him, and they all are living off of Wendy. It's about time that he goes to work. That is my opinion. Not only him, but Cherie also. It's about time that she goes to work if she's not working. And if she's working one job, she ought to get 2 jobs. Because she should have closed her legs to married men. I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.